Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Walt Hartnett with the Pennsylvania VFW podcast, coming to you from Post 74 in Conshohocken. Just recording this intro here. You're going to see a couple videos. We're going to do the podcast today is going to be something we're going to do on a regular, which is going to be This Old Post, where we kind of talk about the VFW posts that are across the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and in this department. We're going to highlight them. We're going to talk about what they're doing good, what they're doing, some things that they may be doing that are different than other posts that you might be able to take back to your post. Just open it up. When I first started this podcast and when I first thought about it, that's what it was about. It was about sharing ideas and sharing the things that we want to do. So I want to start off with, obviously I'm an Afghanistan veteran, 2010 to 2011. So I was affected, very much by the news and everything happening during the withdrawal from Afghanistan, which obviously, ended with the lives, with the deaths of many of our comrades. And, a lot of us are dealing with that in our own ways. And if you're listening to this and you're not going into your post or you feel like there's nothing going on in your post, I would tell you this is the time to rally around your post. Even if it's not for you, you might be able to add something to another veteran who's there, who's struggling. I recently did an interview with a news station in Harrisburg where I spoke about that. Me helping you is actually me helping myself. So you helping someone else could be helping yourself. As veterans, sometimes we're kind of coy when it comes to asking for help and saying we're struggling with something, but this is the time. This is what the VFW was built for. When I think about the VFW, this is it. This is the game time things that we're built for. It's there's a struggle, there's something going on, and I can't talk about it with my family or anybody else, so I got to talk to it with other veterans and people who understand that struggle. So I would just lean on you to do that. I've seen a lot of outpouring on social media. Obviously, you're seeing, the Barrs put up, 13 beers, and it's a great commemoration of, those service members that have passed away and that are no longer with us. And it's a beautiful tribute that a lot of the civilian community, bar owners that aren't even veterans, but they're getting behind it because it's important to talk about. And I've been pushed to say their names. Let's not let them be, yesterday's news next week where we don't even remember who they were or what happened to them. And I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think it is because I still see a lot of the things getting pushed around on social media. But that usually only lasts till, the next big thing that comes. We're a very quick society to where things just move on. But I would tell you, there are people who are struggling right now. There are people who are going to be struggling for a while. 20th anniversary, September 11th is a week away. We're going to be talking about this, and it's time for us to really focus on those Iraq and Afghanistan veterans that we all are looking for, that we're all trying to get to join the post and get involved. And this is really one of those moments where we can. So I wanted to get this video out on Sunday. I'm trying to do a regular cadence of every Sunday putting out content. But on Saturday morning, I got a TikTok video was sent to me and was just, hey, Walt, you need to check this out. And it was post 333 in the Roxborough section of Philadelphia. This young lady had shot a video of the front of the post, the post name, the banner that's hanging out front of the post. And then she steps to the side of the building and she zooms in on the second floor window, and there was a Nazi flag. And there really wasn't too much context on it. That was pretty much it. The video just ended. There was a whole thread on a Facebook group about it. I immediately sent it to John Ott and the state, membership chairman John Ott, and then the state commander Nate Smith. Hey, we need to look at this. We need to get some leadership on this. And but as I started reading some of the comments, you find out that in that post on the second and third floor, they have a museum. And what you were seeing that looked like it was a displayed Nazi flag was actually just, spoils of war. It was things that came back. We got to remember our history. And that's what that section of the museum was about World War II and, Nazi Germany. So it makes sense. But out of context, it definitely, looked like something else. And I think, this person who shot the video didn't ask questions. They just threw it up. This is why it's important to have social media, not just because of what you put out, but you need to know what's being said about you. You need to know what's out there so we can discuss. So in some brilliance, and I'll give it to this post commander. Supposedly the post commander sat down with his daughter and, the quartermaster and some past commanders, and they, trying to figure out how to flip it. They had an open house, and they said, hey, come check out the museum. Members of the community, if you've never seen our museum, come on in. Open the doors, 10 a.m. to noon on, Tuesday? And then they even opened it up again at night at 6:30 p.m. Hey, come on out. Look at this. See, bring your kids. Let them see the history. So it was a great idea. You're going to see an interview that I did with some of the members there, and just the story is important. The story was put out. We were able to spin the story and really not even spin it. I mean, just what's going on, the facts of what's going on, the genuine article, and then use it as an advantage. Hey, let's bring the community in now. Let's open our doors and let's bring them in and let's see if we can get people involved with us. 57 members they have that post. Been around for 100 years. And let me tell you, the 57 members, at least a couple I met, they ain't spring chickens. So they need new help. They need young blood in there. They need people to come in to help them, keep it for another 100 years. Otherwise, that's another one of those posts we're going to lose that we hear about all the time. They don't have a canteen. They're VFW that does a lot in the community that has this awesome museum. And I want nothing but, good things for them moving forward. All right, so that's what you're going to see next. There's going to be an interview. You're going to be able to hear it on the podcast. You're also going to hear me walking through the museum on the podcast. I would encourage you, if you have time, check it out on YouTube, because the videos, I think is a lot cooler than just hearing it audio-wise, and you can kind of see the stuff. All right, so I'll come back at the end and give a tail end of what happened, but I appreciate everybody's time, and here comes those interviews. Thanks. All right, like I said, we're at VFW post 333. We're kind of starting off this old post segment of the podcast and the YouTube videos. Wanted to get some introductions here and kind of talk about this post here in the Roxborough section of Philadelphia. Before we get started, we definitely wanted to have a moment of silence. Our comrades were taken from us, unfortunately, at Kabul airfield earlier this week. Many of you are watching these videos and things on the news. It's extremely disappointing, but we can only hold them in our hearts and remember them and think of their families. So if everybody could just take 30 seconds, close your eyes and think about whatever God you believe in, and we'll take it from there. Thanks. All right, so guess we'll start off. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Which way you want to
go? You can start there. Go ahead.
My name is Hugh, Sinnot, past commander and president adjutant of the Howard Taylor VFW post.
Good morning. I'm Commander Michael McFall here at the Hattal Taylor VFW post 333 in Roxborough.
Good morning. Senior Vice Commander George Barr.
Joe McManus, Quartermaster.
All right, beautiful, guys. So I'll always start from the beginning. So a little bit of history about the post. I know you guys have been telling me a lot, but kind of share it with the viewers. Tell me a little bit. What's the first thing? What's the standout? Why don't we stick our chest out here with this post?
Post organized in 1920. There were Spanish-American War veterans and First World War veterans, even Civil War veterans. They all worked together to organize the VFW post, and then to have it grow from what it started out to its heyday, probably after the Second World War, and then what it is today. They've done a lot for the community, a lot for the veterans. They take veterans over to the VA for counseling and see what benefits they may be entitled to. And if anybody in the neighborhood needs any help, we try to help them, or any kind of organizations that we can help too.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I know talking earlier, you've got about 57 active members. Tell me a little bit about your meetings, what we're doing to get new people in here. What's some things that we got going on, Commander, that might be the next steps for this post?
Good morning again. Our meetings are held on the first and third Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m. here at the post. As Walt said, we have currently 57 members, and generally we get 7, 8, 9 members that show up for our meetings. Of course, our meeting follows the VFW standard for conducting the meeting, and our purpose is to conduct and discuss business, to discuss our bills, any maintenance issues, and afterwards our number one goal for calendar year 2021 is recruitment. We have, I would probably say 98% of our members are 70 years or older. We would really love to recruit Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, war veterans from those theater of operations. We need some younger folks, both men and women, to join our post. We'd love to have them. You can reach me here at the post, and I'm Commander Mike McFall, and my cell number, if you would like, is 267-243-1121. Repeating, 267-243-1121. Just within the last 3 weeks, I was able to reach out to local veterans here and introduce myself, gave them a little bit of information about the post, and we were able to recruit 3 more folks just within the last 3 weeks. And today, having our tour that we're having at our 2nd and 3rd floor museum, I went out and got coffee and Danish and so forth, and I ran into another veteran, and he said he would stop today to join the post sometime today between 10 and 12, and we're having a second tour at 6:30 tonight. So I'm really looking forward to meeting him. Lastly, we had our July 4th parade here in the community on Lyceum Avenue, just outside the post. It runs parallel to the post, or perpendicular to the post, and the parade began just down the street here. And that day I had 4 Iraq veterans walk up to me and our past commander, Bud Sinnot, and express a desire to join the post. So there's 4 more folks that is desirous of joining the post. So again, our number 1 mission is recruitment, and our number 2 mission is to service the veterans of this community. All veterans are welcome here. Buddy, our adjutant and service officer, will speak to those veterans and try and find out what needs they have. If they have any claims, do they need counseling, whatever. We're here to support our veterans. Our number 1 goal outside of recruitment is to care for our veterans. That's why we're here, to care for our veterans. So on behalf of our post, thanks a lot for listening. And again, my cell number is 267-243-1121. Thanks again.
Beautiful. So you kind of mentioned it today, what we're doing here today. The museum upstairs. Who's going to talk to me a little bit about the museum, how it was formed, what we got there. I'm going to shoot a video of going through there afterwards, so don't worry about that. But kind of give me a history of the museum.
Well, the museum was started shortly after the formation of the post. It was given its charter, and ever since, for the last 100 years, we've probably accumulated through donations through veterans over the years, 100 years, probably 500 to 1,000 pieces of military memorabilia, from flags to rank insignia to pictures to newspaper articles to various munitions, inert munitions, that are on display on our 2nd floor museum here at the post, and also on the 3rd floor museum. When we're finished here, Walt will shoot a video of both museums, and you can see for yourself just how widespread the museums are and exactly what they contain.
Absolutely. So I just want to touch on the social media aspect, because I think it's a learning moment, because I think that there's a lot of good things about it. So the real cause for me to even be out here and finding out about this post, there was an unfortunate video that a civilian shot of the post, and it really just depicted it in the wrong light. It was put on TikTok, and then one of the photos was put on a page on Facebook. The outpouring from the community was amazing on it. I think it had the opposite effect of what the person who shot the video was intending, obviously. especially once they were brought to light that there was a museum upstairs, and that some of the paraphernalia that they saw was from that museum, and not necessarily the thoughts and the way that this post operates. So talk. I know you guys are on Facebook. You made it very clear your daughter helped you out with it, which is great. I tell them all my post members who don't have it, have somebody, even if it's not you, just have somebody that does it. So talk a little bit about how that what we've learned from that, or what you think we can do with that knowledge that we kind of grow from it now.
Comrades, what happened was apparently last Friday night, I believe that was August 28th, a lady walking by the post at nighttime took a picture of our second floor Peach Street side of the VFW here. We generally have insulation over all of our windows to help with heating costs during the wintertime. Well, this 2-inch thick insulation apparently either we forgot to put it back up on the window or it fell down, one or the other. And post members here, we were doing work in the museums, and we left the light on, and the foam insulation fell down, and we forgot to put it up. But anyway, this young lady took this picture, and the picture, as you may have seen on social media, here in Roxborough, there's a media site called Roxborough Rants and Raves, I believe it's called. Forgive me, I'm not a big Facebook guy. Showed a picture from the outside at nighttime, showed a picture with the room lit, second floor, and it showed a piece of memorabilia, flag, a Nazi flag, which measures about 14 inches wide by, about 24, 28 inches long. Well, it was hanging on the wall. That's only one of many, many flags that are hanging on the second floor and third floor museums. And when Walt takes a video, you'll see for yourself. Well, apparently what happened, comrades, is Bud Sinnot, to my left here, he received a call from District 1 Commander Sean regarding this matter that was observed and seen on this website. And apparently the state VFW was involved. And Buddy called me, and Bud was upset. I know Bud. I said, Bud, what's the matter? He said, Mike, he says, not to reiterate, but Bud explained to me what I'm explaining to our comrades on this video. So we immediately went to the post. Sure enough, I go into the second floor museum. We have a combination lock on the door. And sure enough, the light's on. Sure enough, this foam insulation is off the window. It was laying down on its side, and there's the flag on the wall. And it was very, very unfortunate, very obviously unintentional. And my daughter, Ann, came here because she's very good at helping with Facebook issues. And she said, Dad, she says, this is really starting to be a negative thing from what this lady did, and she posted. So what we did was we formulated a response on this Roxborough Range site, and my daughter said, Dad, she said, we got about 600 likes about it. The vast majority of the folks that use this site were overwhelmingly positive about the post because they know. I mean, the post has been here 101 years. We have our monuments here on the post. We have our big sign here outside hanging from the second floor roof. Our flag is a result of the unfortunate tragedy of our Marines, our corpsman and soldier that was tragically killed in Afghanistan. Our flag is still flown at half-mast. And the other thing is, every Memorial Day we post 330 white crosses and flags on the grounds of the post. So this young lady, who apparently is a resident, 29-year resident, must have known that this is a VFW. And of course, if it's a VFW, must have realized that we have memorabilia inside the post. I take responsibility in that we need to do a better job. We need to do a better job in terms of promoting tours of our museum. Therefore, I suggested to my daughter, me and Bud and my daughter, we sat here for 3 or 4 hours last Saturday, a few days ago, and we formulated a response inviting the community to come and tour the museums today at 1000 hours, and again at 18:30 tonight, 6:30 p.m., to see for themselves that we are here to support our veterans. We are here to support the community, and we stand for good. God bless all of our veterans. God bless you. Thanks for listening, and God bless America.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it, guys. It's a great story, a way to turn that story around, because when I first saw it Saturday morning, my heart dropped. I am, you know, yeah.
Pretty well done.
Yeah, we're pretty well done. Yeah, I appreciate it, though. But
That's all,
yeah, I do think it's an important story when it comes to the social media and what we can do. I'm going to shoot another video here showing you the inside, exterior, and everything else. But guys, stay tuned for a little bit longer. All right, here on the other corner of Lyceum and Peachin, you find the Hattal Taylor Post 333 VFW. Amazing stone right here. All the sons and neighbors of 21st Ward. You got Korea and Vietnam all listed there. 21st Ward is the Roxburgh's ward. Police and fire, beautiful post. 100 years going strong. You know, the post was obviously founded during that Prohibition time. So no true canteen, but has this great meeting room. You know, just amazing artifacts and things going on everywhere you look in this post. You know, they have a great spread for the community that's coming out today. You know, you can't beat that. But just an awesome post. A lot of history, a lot of just symbolism. You just look around and you just, this is what a VFW post is. This is our history. This is how we honor those who are no longer with us, and how we stay open for the next years. I'm going to take you up to the next one here. So this is my second time shooting this, guys, so I'm going to try to hit everything I did before. All right, elephant in the room. So there's the flag that was witnessed through the window. You know, it's clear that it was there from the street. You know, but you can see here how it's not honoring it. It's spoils of war. It's how we remember what it is we fought and the men and women who gave their lives for this country, fighting back Nazi Germany. You were saying 3 wars were represented here?
Everything from the First World War through, well, even the Spanish-American War. We have something upstairs.
I'm going to go up there next. I'm going to check that out.
These are mostly artifacts that need to be secured.
Absolutely.
And that's what's in this room. We have newspaper articles. We have bayonets. We have captured weapons from the Pacific and the European theater.
Yeah.
We have captured field equipment, doughboy hats, bayonets, canteens from World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea. A lot of material, a lot of things.
And guys, I can't say it enough. This is one of those moments, like, you're talking about turning something that could have been a definite a negative, and you know, the story turned, and the story was changed for the better, you know, and now we're inviting the community out to come and see this, because what good is a museum if we're not opening our doors? And that's what these guys want to do now. You know, they want to open their doors and show off this post. You know, obviously always looking for new membership. There it is. There's Iwo Jima. Got that painted on the side of my post. Got some foreign currency here. Just really cool stuff, guys.
I think one of the most interesting things are these placards that are from World War I. They're original World War I placards soliciting Liberty bonds and recruiting drives.
Yeah.
I think what's evidenced with these Liberty loan drives, these are all originals. And especially this one on the left, if you take a look at the picture of the Hun.
Yeah.
It's not a very flattering picture. And that's the way they did things.
Yeah. No, it's just, I mean, amazing. You know, we have to talk about, you know, everything when it comes to the battle. You can't pick and choose what history you want to acknowledge and what history you don't want to acknowledge.
Here's a series of weapons used in the World War One.
Absolutely.
Everything from a flare gun to mortar shells.
That is amazing.
Plus the clips that went into the Springfields that they used in World War One. So,
guys, if you're in the Philadelphia area, I can't recommend it enough. You come in and you don't get to see this kind of stuff a lot, especially like it's not guarded by 20 guys, and it's not all not that they want you manhandling everything in here, but you can get a real sense of it and you can get real close to it. I can't. So is this from the Spanish-American War? It's in Spanish. I don't know what probably, right? That's amazing. I'm blown away. But these are the things we need to highlight about our posts. These are the things that we're doing that sometimes the community doesn't know. We sometimes we assume that the community knows what's going on, and that's all well and good. But we can definitely do a better job of getting there and showing it off. They need young members. If you're in the area, Roxborough, Manayunk, get off Main Street, come up and check these guys out, help them out. Let's get them a social media presence. I would love to see all of this stuff categorized and take photos of it, and let's put it out on the Facebook page. I think there's a lot of opportunity here to do a lot of good things that we could show. I mean, you could bring schools in here, you could bring young kids. They already have a scout troop that they bring in, they said, to do some work with. Scout of the year opportunities, a lot of good stuff we can do here, guys. My mind just races, that. So really, really impressed. All right, I'm going to stop it right now. You got something else, sir?
The recruiting drive is all about continuing the legacy.
That's it.
This post was founded in 1920, as Buddy had said earlier. It's over 100 years old. Probably 1,500 guys have passed through this post. It all started with, like Buddy said, World War I veterans, and was named in honor of two gentlemen that were killed in the Battle of the Marne on different days. At the time, those who know Roxborough history or Philadelphia history, everybody that was drafted or joined in World War I wound up in the 110th Infantry. Clarence Hattal was in Company H. Mr. Taylor was in Company K. They were killed within 5 days of each other. I know that my uncle was in Company A. He was from South Philadelphia, and I know these guys were in the heat of battle during World War I because my uncle had 8 battle ribbons going over the top 8 times.
Wow.
So it's interesting stuff. Yeah,
and we got to keep these stories on. That's why you guys got to get in here now, get these stories, learn these stories, learn what's going on here, so we can pass it on to the next generation and the future generation. That's what we're here for. So, all right, appreciate everybody. I don't want to go too long with this. I could just spend all day talking about each piece of things that they have here and all the cool stuff. But let's get out here and let's talk about it. Thanks. All right, well, that's the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's about 30 minutes long. I don't want to go too much longer here. I just want to thank everybody for downloading the podcast, listening to the podcast. Our viewership and our listens are definitely up. I would ask you to share this on your Facebook page. Even if it's for VFW members and non-VFW members, there are a lot of people who get a lot from these episodes. And if you have any thing you want to add, please, send us a message. Let me know. This is obviously my first time doing it. I'm trying to do more and more as we add. You can see I'm adding equipment. I'm adding ideas of things that we want to do. And I'm open to it. I just want to make this medium something that we can all share and we can all enjoy. If you want to record a podcast and throw it up on this channel, I have no problem with that either. This is an open source for everybody to share. If you want to talk about something, about the VFW, obviously, I mean, we want to keep it, on our genre and about our business of taking care of veterans. But if it's veteran based, I'd be, very excited to have it on. Our email address is vfwpodcast@gmail.com. Again, it's vfwpodcast@gmail.com. My phone number, if you want to call or text me about any ideas about the podcast, it's 484-362-3957. And again, my name is Walt. All right, I really do appreciate everything we're doing. I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and just keep getting after it. New Year's begin. It's September 1st now. This is really when we start talking about, all of our programs, Teacher of the Year, Voice of Democracy. They're going to, Patriots Pen. It's going to be around the corner. Halloween's stuff's already out, so you know it's coming. So get those chairmen in place. Start talking to your schools. The kids are back. That's probably going to be next week's episode. We're going to talk about Voice of Democracy and Patriots Pen in depth, and how to get those programs off the ground. All right, appreciate it, guys.
Which one? The one on the angle?